Good morning. It's windy, but it's sunny and nice, and it's not super warm, but it's nice. So, we're gonna have a more productive today than we did yesterday. We've got to we gotta get the 8430 out. We're going to get our wings folded down on our planter, so I'm gonna do that right now. Oh, this is a fun barn to walk into. It's pretty empty right now, actually. We need to, it's fine. Yeah, we'll get another planter home. We'll have something in here. We'll get there. All right, let's take this up to the shop, and we're not going to leave it hooked up, but we are... no, we're not going to leave it hooked up, but we're going to use it to get the planter wings unfolded at least. I don't know if I'm going to unfold the whole planter in the shop there or not. I don't know. We might have to take it outside and unfold it and rephase it and then fold it back up and put it back in. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. All right. Well, we got it picked up here at least. Now, we don't have to hook up all the hoses and wires, but we need the frame control ones. We need the first outlet, and we need the this wire harness and this wire harness at least. Okay. I got the 7-pin, that's for implement lights, warning lights and stuff, but it also is what provides power to all of the electric solenoids that are controlled through our frame box, which is what that wire harness there is for. I hooked up our #1 outlet and the case drain. I don't think the case drain is important, but the warning stickers all over say that you have to connect the case drain before you connect those lift ones. I don't know why it matters. Probably for the CCS blower fan, whatever. So we just took that one up. So now we should be able to get these folded down. We got to get these stops out. Oh, they're loose. I would have thought those would have settled onto those stops by now, but I'll get those out and then we should be able to fold it down. That side's tight, so we got to lift it up first and then we can take that stop out. Okay, now we push this button down and then I hold ISCV and they will fold down, which requires 2 hands. I don't have my magnetic mount with me right now, so sorry. I can click it and it will go though for a few seconds. Okay, so there our wings are down. Now if I push this wing wheels button and do the same thing, it should push the wing wheels all the way down and lower the main frame in the center. Kind of like that, I guess. Okay, now if we lower our 3-point hitch, the wing tire should support it. Like that. Now we can unfold it just a little bit if we want. About like that. It opens it up enough just so I can get in and inspect everything on the inside, but we're going to hit our posts unless I readjust, and I don't really want to do that. This lets us do everything else that we need to do to the planter, so I'm going to go ahead and unhook it here. Can't shut the door the way we're setting with the tractor. We'll put our tractor away and then we can keep working on this planter and get it finished up so we can come pull it out of here. All right. We'll put this tractor back in the barn where we found it. We'll see what we got to deal with. All right. Well, there. Now we can work on it. So we've got 5-row units on the back rank over here. There's 6 on the other side. And then we'll have this planter pretty well done. We just need to go through them, same thing as we've done to all the other ones, right? We need to take the meters off, we need to take the gauge wheels off, we're going to put new openers on, we need to make sure that the bearings and the closing wheels are good, we need to clean the meters, wash them, everything, pull the seed tubes out, put new seed tube guards on, at least on the other half, probably this half is okay, and put it back together, and then we'll get it out of here. So should be pretty straightforward and simple. I might tear some stuff apart today, but we'll probably have Brock do most of it. Maybe I'll try and get it to the point where the meters are, or the openers. We'll take the meters off. Brock can wash those, put them back on tomorrow. I'll get the gauge wheels pulled off. We'll pull off the old openers, put the new seat tube guards and openers on, and then he can get it all put back together from there. Well, I suppose let's go ahead and get started here. So we'll start with removing the meters, and then the gauge wheels, and then the openers. Get them all tore apart, and then we'll see. We'll probably have to do some washing, cleaning, and we'll go from there. All right, we've got meters, seed tubes, and gauge wheels off. Now, I've talked to you about these RK gauge wheel arm repair kits, things that we put on and the rest of the planter, and I even told you how we screwed one of them up over here and we had to fix it, remember? Well, on the whole rest of the planter, we had two of them that kind of came apart wrong. It's supposed to, this bolt is supposed to come apart right there, right at that spot there. They're not supposed to unthread from there. Like this shaft stud gets Loctited in there. Red Loctite, super high strength. It's not supposed to come apart unless you heat it. Well, on these ones, there was 3 rows that had that style on there. 6 studs, 4 of them unthreaded from the shank instead of coming apart where they were supposed to. Now, I don't know who put it together or why it's that way, but either we are wrenching and using the impact way too many times and banging these things in way too tight, or somebody put Loctite in the wrong spot or something. I don't know, but that is super frustrating. And this one over here, like I figured out before that if you hold this jam nut on these, it'll actually press the washers tight to where it can't spin anymore, and then this piece actually has to come off. So I was doing that, and instead of that actually coming apart there where it's supposed to, it stripped the threads out inside that nut. I can't get that nut off now. So I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated that didn't come apart like it's supposed to, and now we wrecked one. But good thing I have one more extra. Hopefully we don't wreck any more because I'm out of replacements. Anyway, we'll take some openers apart here. Okay, these are tore apart about as far as I want to go for right now. We do have to replace seed tube guards yet, but you got to kind of take some screws out to get them brackets apart to put the new ones in, and I want to wash everything down first, get all of this dirt out of here and here and all of that stuff. So I think I'm going to get the power washer over here. We're going to wash these 5-row units up, let them dry out while we go work on the other side. There. We'll let them dry up. Should be able to go work on the other side, all right. So some of these other ones here that came unthreaded, but I was able to get this bolt to come apart on them. We're gonna have to take that out. We're gonna have to clean it up real good, spray it threads out with some brake clean, something, and then try and put them studs back in and with some Loctite, and hopefully they stay. But I don't think we wrecked those. We'll just have to readjust this nut again, which is okay. Well, we're making progress here. Got the meters and the gauge wheels off. All that stuff laying over there. We'll start taking openers here, and then we can wash this side up. Taking these openers off, and I have been measuring them all as we go. This one here measures almost 15. This one must have been one that was put on last year when we had a bearing or something go out. You replace both sides so they're both in good shape, and you can see the bevel is still on here. That's the best used one we found. These other three here are used that all measure like 14 3/4. They're in decent shape, so we kept them, but that one is really good. So we'll keep those for spares in case we have a bearing go out or something on one of these. They are the same openers on the new corn planter as well. It uses the same exact thing, so if we happen to have trouble with those, we'll have some good spare ones on hand. Well, I think this side here can be washed up, and then we can start putting openers back on if we want to. We've got these better seed tube guards, so we don't have to replace them. And yeah, they'll just go back together. Easy. Okay, it's clean and disassembled. All right, I'm gonna let things keep drying out in here. We don't do a lot of cover crop stuff, right? You guys know that if you've been watching. Cover crops are kind of they're a hot topic in ag right now, have been for a few years, but if you're not familiar with it, essentially it is a crop that we're growing when we're not growing a cash crop, something that we're gonna harvest, right? So a lot of guys are planting rye in their corn stalks and to plant beans into, or that kind of stuff. And we don't do a lot of cover crop stuff like that. The one that we do a lot of is clover frost seeded into our wheat. We've done that for a number of years. We've done some experimenting with some oats and radishes planted after the wheat comes off, but we really like this frost seeded clover. And I ordered clover seed for our wheat ground, so it is in. I'm going to go and pick it up, is what I'm telling you. Or trying to tell you. And so I'm gonna go mess with that while we let things dry out in here. I am picking up the clover seed from a neighbor. This is our old combine. They're like second or third person to own it since we've had it, but yeah, the old 9510 combine. So we would have gotten that, let's see, I believe that is like a 98 model. It replaced our 9500, and we would have gotten the 9550 in 2004. So we probably got it in 2001, ran it for 3 or 4 years. I remember that was the first combine we had that had rear wheel assist, 4-wheel drive. And the very first summer we were running it, doing wheat, Dad managed to get it stuck because he thought, oh, we got 4-wheel drive, we can go through anything. He was wrong. That's all right. It was a good combine. It's been around for a while. I was looking it over a little bit there, and they were much simpler back then. Much less stuff on it. A lot easier to clean. Oh well. All right, we got our clover. It's not ideal here. Their forklift was giving them trouble, and it died. Couldn't get it started again. So it is in the truck, but not in the truck. Like couldn't get the tailgate closed. So fortunately, we're only 4 or 5 miles from the farm. We'll be okay. Whoa, bumps. Getting our clover unloaded. We'll put it in the back of the shop. Dad parked it away. That's all right, we'll get in there. Okay, well, I helped Dad get the generator put back away. So we got that done. And then a couple of these that had come loose, I took them apart, red Loctited them, put them back in. So hopefully those will set up and be good to get put back together when we're ready for that. Next project that I'm going to work on over here. We're gonna go and get this fuel hose installed. So I was assembling tools, and we've got some thread sealant we're gonna use, and let's go see if we can get that hose reel hooked up. Okay, so we've got this nice fancy hose reel here. We're gonna use for fueling up our equipment, replace the one that just kind of hangs there. And we need to use that to connect this to there. So we need an elbow, which I just so happen to have. We're going to put in there so the hose goes straight down. Then we got to cut a hole through our grating, the hose to go down, and we're going to loop it right up there. Let's see how we do. Okay, I got my street elbow put in, and we got a hole cut so we can get our hose up through there. We're going to put some tape on there. I was going to use pipe dope, but then I noticed that they used yellow Teflon tape on those fittings, so I figured, well, if it's good enough for there, it's good enough for what I'm doing too. So that's what we're using. Check it out. Check it out. We had a... Okay, where did I leave off? I don't really remember. Nozzle, swivel, hose reel, swivel, elbow, hose down through the hole. All that is good. We came up over here and I needed a union or a swivel or something to be able to connect here because I couldn't twist the hose to thread that in. We happen to have a union, so we put that in there. Excuse me. We had a short nipple union hose. It all works. We pressure tested it. Nothing leaks. Excellent. Now I'm going home. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's so nice that it's still light at 6 o'clock, or like as lighted as it is. Anyway, tomorrow, my wife and I are flying to Florida for the Commodity Classic. So it is a travel day for me. I believe Brock is coming. He's supposed to text me tonight and ask me if I want him to come. If you watched this morning's video, he knows that I would like him to come, and hopefully he'll be here. But anyway, he's going to work on this planner. I'm going to try and give him a camera so that he films it for you guys and uploads the footage so that I can get it and put a video out tomorrow. That's the plan. We'll see if that happens or not. And I'll film what I can in the morning. We're not leaving until 10, so I'll be around a little bit. And then we're traveling and all that good stuff. So I gotta go talk to my parents. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, questions, comments, leave them down below. There will be a live stream. It may happen tomorrow. It may happen some other time this week, but it'll happen from Commodity Classic. So follow along, subscribe. We'll see you later.